It is time to get started on the clutch issue. In the last episode, we managed to get it running under its own juices, which was really, really good. And I'm so glad that we managed to do that because I wouldn't have wanted to start getting involved with that Bosch Jetronic system because that looks really complicated and I just don't like complicated things. So I'm hoping the clutch problem that we've got now is going to be really simple. And yeah, we're going to get amongst it, and hopefully by the end of the episode we'll be able to stick it through all of its gears and make the rear wheels go. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Just while I was dropping the car down then, I thought I'd show you this because we had to take the wheel off the other day so I could actually use these wheel bolts for something else. It's a whole different story. But I wanted to show you it because it's in awesome condition. I mean, for a car that's been sat for 16 years outside in the UK, it's incredible. And you know, and I mean that. Look at the arches. There's a tiny little bit of rust there, but they're superb. They're so clean. All inside here, it's just solid, man. So good. All of this stuff as well, I know it looks totally gross and it's going to get the biggest clean of its life, and they're some of the biggest dead spiders I've ever seen. They all seem to have crawled into that hole to die as well, which is weird. But that will all come back to life. There's no big lip on the discs. I can give these a good old sort of sand almost back, you know, very easy. I'll show you how to do all that, but basically rejuvenate them, pads, everything. It just looks like it's going to come back to life really well. It just needs that little bit of love, and that's what we're here for. Got to keep your hands clean. Okay, so move this thing out of the way. We're finished with all this now, haven't we? This is all done, like, great. Oh, fixed. Nice knowing you. Move this. Oh my God, that needs a lick of paint, doesn't it? Okay, move these. I think I might need, shall I get a brush? Let me get a brush. Right, so yeah, this is your reservoir. Now, kind of annoyingly, it's full of fluid. And the reason I'm kind of annoyed by that is because what I'd have liked is for them, there to have been a hole in one of the pipes somewhere and all the fluid leaked out, and then that's why the clutch doesn't work. That would have been an ideal situation, but we've got loads of nice fluid in there, which is just weird. Just put the cap on to stop anything crawling into there, making it there. Pipes look great, nothing really to report there. I don't think up here is going to be where the problem lies. So let's get the car up in the air. That is like a world of pain in there, isn't it? Kind of gross all that is. I really don't want to get amongst it. But I'm just looking for blown brake lines at the moment, but again, that all looks pretty good. You know, I don't even see that there. Doesn't look wet or anything, you know, wet. But yeah, oh my God, oh, it's terrifying. Yeah, it's all right though, isn't it, you know? That one there, a bit of... Probably going to want replacing for an MOT maybe. maybe. And you follow this thing here. You know, that looks all right. Again, a little bit question. I don't know, that looks like it'll shine up quite nicely. Follow it along the extent of the car. Yeah, there's your crusty fuel pipe, looking a bit crusty, but yeah, we're going to have to put something new on that, I would have thought. Luckily there's a connector of some description there though, so yeah, we'll see how easy that is. Probably really hard. There's that hole that I was telling you about in the last episode, so we'll probably just bang a plate over that and drill a sort of water relief in it. Right then, this looks all pretty crusty, but you know, we'll make all this nice again, promise you, in some way. Where do the brake pipes go? Right, you can see that one there goes off up into there, and again doesn't look in bad nick. You can see it going over the top there and going down there. Not a huge amount of, oh yeah, so you see where it comes out there. There's quite a, try and get you some light on it. I can't because it's in a dark place, but yeah, it's pretty gross, that, isn't it? That's pretty crusty, but again, it's not wet. And you know, the foot has been heavily down on the brake pedal a couple of times in this car, so if that was going to go, it would have gone by now. Again, it does, you know, those unions and stuff, they don't look too... Oh, hello! Right, I understand. Hello. Don't know how well that's coming across on camera. But you can see this hose is wet, and that is going to be, yeah, so that's going to be wet. You can see it's very, very crusty up here. There. Absolutely wrecked. So that brake pipe has done a little burp. So we are leaking fluid, we're just leaking fluid very, very slowly. In fact, you can see a drip starting there, look. Oh. So, right, okay, well that's kind of interesting news, that, because there's potentially no pressure in the system now to really sort of, but yet the brakes feel like it's very complicated, isn't it? Very difficult. But anyway, so there is a brake pipe that needs replacing there, and we're not going to be able to do anything with the clutch until we replace that. I'm just trying to see where it goes. Oh, there it goes. There's its union there. So it just goes along there and down. So, okay, we stand some kind of chance of making a pipe there. What about this exhaust, eh? Ah, yes, I thought I saw a hole when I was editing the last video. Look at that, yeah, a bit of a hole. Maybe a new section of exhaust is required. Or we'll just throw a load of weld on it. Yeah, okay. Look at this old cat here. Oh God, look at this thing. This is just a heat shield, mine, but yeah, it's not in the best nick, is it? We'll have to check for any leaks on there. It's got a nice little Jubilee clip holding it on. Right then, now, gearbox. Haha, right, can you see what I can see there? So that thing there is your slave cylinder, so that's going into the gearbox. Again, I can't, it's very tight for space up there, but yeah, you can see it just sort of bolting into the gearbox there. It's not bad access wise, it's not bad. And there is a bleed nipple on the end of that. Interestingly though, can you see that little rubber thing there? Look, that is a stopper of some kind. I wonder if that's something that I've jotted down. Oh my God. Interesting. Keep hold of that. Keep it for stock. But yeah, so that's there, and it doesn't look like there's any big holes in it, or it's not wet or anything. So my first thing to do, is to replace this brake pipe at the back, and then bleed the system and see what happens. I've just sprayed a load of stuff on there. I'm not going to go through how to do brake pipes because we have covered that in the Amiga video. But yeah, it's kind of involves just cutting those bits off and putting new ones on. I'm going to take this wheel off to get to this brake pipe. Look at the state of it, and I'm not lying about these spiders, guys. Look at this fella here, he thinks he's on bloody stars in your eyes. Oh man, he is one with this wheel and is not going to want to go. So yeah, good luck to me. I genuinely think people don't like spiders because they just like hanging out with all their dead mates. How weird is that? That's why people don't like you, because you're hanging out with your dead mates. Make alive friends. Stop being so weird and goth-like. I don't know if that's what goths do, but that's what I think they do. I've just pulled this out. Isn't it lovely? Not particularly. I put my hat on again for two reasons. One, because it's a bit chilly, and two, to stop spiders crawling in my hair. As you can see though, I've not moved this spider. He can stay there until we go outside. He's inside the little place, which we're never ever going to go anywhere near. But yeah, so I've just got to make one of these now and attempt to get these fittings off because they look rusted solid. So I'm going to give them a few more doses of that plus gas and just see where we go from there, you know. Now, I know I didn't catch that on camera and I probably should have, but this fitting actually coming out of this flexi pipe is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. Because, whoa! Nothing stops you in your tracks faster than a broken flexi pipe. And the flexi pipe was just starting to twist. And if that would have snapped, then obviously there's no parts places open at 7 o'clock on a Saturday, so it would have been a good night, sweetheart. But the gods have smiled upon us and it's out. I'd like to take this moment, if I may, to talk to you about Christianity. Only joking. I'd like to talk to you about subscribing to my channel. Fucking hell, he's talking about subscribing again. I don't even want to subscribe. But, you know, you're watching this now, aren't you? So just do me a favour. You know, just press a button, subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds, literally. I'll subscribe to, right, I'll tell you what, there's a deal, isn't it? If you subscribe to me, I will subscribe to you. And you can see all this like fascinating stuff. You know, surely this is like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, measuring. Surely this has got to be worth just pressing a button. That's all I'm asking. Oh, and like, oh, and subscribe. I mean, comment. Alright, I'm asking you to press a few buttons. I'm asking you to press my buttons. What do you want me to do with this Mercedes then? How far do you want me to go with it, like? Because I just want to get it MOT'd and polished up a bit, really. I don't really want to do anything else to it. I don't want to get it, you know, do any of the little rust bits or anything. I kind of think that's going to be for the new owner to do, isn't it? You know, I'm here just to get the thing singing and dancing again, you know, after its long slumber. Do you know what's crap as well? It'd be so good to like be able to listen to the radio while I'm talking to you, but it's like so quiet in here now. Because YouTube, every time I put the radio on, YouTube goes, no, 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 you can't listen to that. Because they are the fun police. Right, yeah, so look, these are the fittings. I've got to do this, either of those on the end of there. I'm not going to use these ones, obviously. I'm going to find new ones, aren't I? Do all that, and then we'll bang it back on, and then we can start bleeding the clutch up, eh? Don't forget to subscribe.
Down at the bottom of the garden, among the birds and the bees, what a good idea. A little lot of little people, they call the Partington peas. There's creepy black-eyed bee and dumpy, keep it a secret now, please. There's zippy, happy, and the sweet pea. Hello, hello, hello. And all the Partington peas. There's creepy black-eyed bee and dumpy, keep it a secret now, please.
This gives me an idea.
There's zippy, happy, and the sweet pea, and all the Partington peas, the Partington peas.
How are you enjoying this episode so far? Is it good? Is it bad? You'll be pleased to know I bought a little microphone for my lapel, which I'll be wearing to do these videos so you can hear me better when I'm in places like this that don't have very good acoustics. Here you go. So it's a brake pipe. It's all done. It's rock and roll. I'm going to bolt it back onto the car now, and then we're going to get the easy bleeder out and do some easy bleeding. Right then, so that's now doing the job. Hey, party time! That's now installed and doing its job as a brake pipe. So I'm just giving it a liberal application of brake cleaner. So, because it dries all the crap that was on it. So if there's any leaks, we will know straight away. So yeah, that'll just dry nicely, but give it a helping hand with a little bit of a cloth, yeah? OT guy's gonna look at this car and be like, fuck me, man, it's brand new. Right then, so we're installed. The next thing we have to do is behind this little cap here, oh God, is a brake bleeding nipple. There's one of those in every corner, and there's one on this clutch master cylinder, slave cylinder. So, there is maybe a 60% chance. No, it's far too high. There's probably a 35% chance that these bleed nipples are going to let me loosen them so fluid can come out. But let's give them a go. First of all though, plus gas in large volumes. So this is my brake bleeder, my solo brake bleeder, because I should be out on the piss now on a Saturday night, but I'm not. Instead I'm here doing this. Great! And yeah, so I've got to do it on my own. What this does is it forces fluid through the car's reservoir. You just undo all the brake lines, shoot all the air out, close them again, and then your system's bled. I mean, it's rocket science, it is not, you know. Getting it open though. I do provide you with a snazzy little handle to open it, which is pretty good, isn't it? You then just throw anything you've got in the workshop that resembles brake fluid into the big tub. stuff smells really bad. And then you close it back up again. Now you try your best not to spill it absolutely everywhere. And you fit it to this thing hither. But what we're going to do first is we're just going to prime it and get a bit of fluid coming through. Whoa! Like you see there. And then sit it upon your reservoir. Do that nice and tight. And you've got a little gauge here. And the idea is that you try and build some pressure in this. And if you get enough pressure, you know that A, you've not got any leaks anywhere, not got any holes anywhere, you're not blown any more lines. And you can go around and you can start cracking the bleed nipples. So, Lord, hold my hand. Right, so that's 15 psi. I'm now going to go around the car and try and get some fluid shooting out, eh? Hey! Just going to start with this one that we did earlier. Oh, it's very rusty. Right, please, please, come undone. It's a bit awkward doing it from this angle. Which way is lefty, Lucy? And there you go. Oh God, thank God for that. Right, okay, so that one worked. I'm far too close to that spider now. We could become great friends, maybe even lovers. So the purpose of this thing here now is just to monitor the bubbles and the air coming through the system. So you can see it all coming past here. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see it, but yeah. It's dead interesting. And you'll know then when it's just pouring fluid out like it kind of is there, and there's no more air to come, and you'll know that that's bled. And that's that. Now you've just got to go around the whole car, do that to every corner, and then we'll get underneath, we'll do it to the gearbox side of the clutch system. And yeah, fingers crossed, we'll see some clutch pedal. Ah, the downfall of every brake job. That's put a stop to tonight's play. I knew it was going to happen. Nothing ever goes easily on old cars, especially ones that have been sat for 16 years. But that, inside my socket, which I'm going to have to try and get out in a fun, hammery sort of way, is the bleed nipple. I don't know if you can tell, I'll just try and let it focus in on that there, but it's just sheared straight off. So as I'm turning it, it's just gone, because it's made out of toffee. Sad times! But it's not the end of the world. Everything's fixable. I've just got to get a new caliper or a new bleed nipple kit. Nothing more I can do tonight then. So pack everything up, give everything a tidy up, get some more parts, and then in the next, the next time I see you, which for you is going to be in about 5 seconds, but for me is going to be in a couple of days. It's another day. I'm completely re-energized and I'm ready to go. The caliper issue on the other side is semi-sorted, so that's all good. No leaking from that, and I've got a new bleed nipple on the way, so yeah. This side, the bleed nipple was okay, and that's come undone, and now it's just time for the one underneath, attached to the gearbox, and that's what we've got to get to. We've got to try and get some air and stuff out of that, and then see if the pedal works and really sort of get stuck in those terms. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, right. The hat's back on because of the spiders. I can't get a camera in here, so you're just going to have to trust me in regards to this working or not. Oh. Oh, there goes a little plastic cover. Is it going to be a 9mm? Our survey says no. What are you, like a 7? I don't think I have a spanner that small. My God, you're a 7. Oh, bloody hell, that looks minging that's coming out of there. That is like brown water. I don't know if you can see that. I don't claim to be an expert, but it doesn't look as I would imagine brake fluid would. Woo! Interesting. Any more? Any more to come? Ugh. It's just, I'm collecting it on the floor. You can't see that, but I'm just collecting it. There's a bowl and everything there. Clean up an aisle gearbox. Lovely. Right, let's try and jimmy ourselves into here. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, nothing yet. But let's not let that, you know, put us off. Where's the fucking spanner? That is the worst colour brake fluid I've ever seen. I'm not even just saying that, folks, it's pretty bad. Tried increasing the pressure upstairs, and I'm just not getting a constant stream out. It just keeps getting these sort of random belches of fluid, which is not cool, really. And the colour of it, man, it looks like it's full of some bad juju, man, like rust or bits. It is just going on the floor. I've got some sawdust. I'm just, you know, I'm going to take it, but it's nice for me to see on the floor there, so I can really assess it, and there's no room to get anything else in there. In terms of a pipe, we're starting to get a bit of colour back in it now. Come on. Come on. It's like Atlantic Ocean Waterfall. Do you remember that tune, Atlantic Ocean Waterfall? What a great song that was. That is a swimming pool's worth of brake fluid on the floor. Back up the stairs you go. Oh, slippy. Follow me up the stairs. The very slippy, very dangerous stairs. Oh, God. So the plot has thickened dramatically. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there's all this liquid in here. Can you see that? Bad juju. Liquid not supposed to be there, liquid is there. Oh. And still no clutch pedal. So what I think has happened is the slave cylinder has gone wrong. Sorry, the master cylinder has gone wrong, which is up there. Oh dear, hopefully you can see. Right then, status report. So yeah, it's knackered, isn't it? Not that I can do, but I'm glad I found the issue because I wasn't getting any form of clutch. It wasn't going good, so I didn't know what was up with it. And then I started to see a little bit of a drip, pulled the carpet back, and yeah, you could see there was a little bit of brake fluid going along the back of it nicely. An interesting colour as well, really muddy, really dirty, so that's indicative of all the new brake fluid not getting to where it needs to be, which is good. And yeah, I'm going to put a new master cylinder on it. Can't always get those mixed up. New master cylinder on it, and I'll give it another go once that's on, and hopefully I'll be able to sort of bleed it through and prime it all as I'm putting the new one on, which would be brilliant, wouldn't it? And then we'll have another go, and hopefully we'll get a seal. We'll get a pedal. And I don't think we were getting a pedal, obviously, because that master cylinder that's gone has got a seal in it, and where you've always got to think where fluid comes out, air can go in. So that's why we weren't getting it, because it was going in, out, in, out, in, out, and it was just going that kind of thing, really. It was just like a big pair of bellows, so it wasn't doing anything. So yeah, pretty spewing. I'm going to order another one of those. Just seems to be ordering parts for this car, which is not how I like to do it, but as I said before, when we first dug it out of its hole, it's just too good. It needs saving. The car needs saving, you know. I have to do these bits. And you know, the annoying thing is we don't even know what the clutch or anything's like in the car, but it's all good. It'll be fine. Now, I'm not going to quite end the episode there. I want to show you something that I mentioned earlier on in the episode as just like a little bit of a bonus, just because we didn't get to do what we wanted to do. So I'll show you that now. So yeah, remember me saying how I was going to show you how we clean these things up? Well, I'm about to show you. Now I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, that that's as good as new. Nice and smooth on the surface. You know, 500 miles in that and you won't even know. Thanks for watching, and I'm sorry there hasn't been a test drive, but nature of cars, isn't it, you know? Nature of old cars where you can't get parts. Nature of doing things at stupid o'clock. Right, see you next time. Working 9 to 8, what a way to make a living. Working 9 to 8, all working and no living. Working 9 to 8, getting brake fluid on the floor. It's enough to drive you up the fucking wall.